Okay, this video is on how to map a network drive. If you want to have access to something that doesn't automatically map for you through the network, you can go ahead and map something on your own. This, in fact, is how for students to map their drives as part of the publications class to that picture folder. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and open Computer Up. Right up top on a Windows 7 machine it says Map Network Drive. On a Windows XP machine you would go under the top headings up here and do the drop down and request the Map Network Drive. So you pick what drive letter you want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and say the P drive because that's what they're going to be using. You do want it to be checked to reconnect it, log on, and that way when you use this computer again it will be logged back on as a P drive. Now, mapping a drive only works for the computer that you're on. It'll work every time you log on to the computer that you're currently on, as long as you have that reconnected log on. If you switch PCs, you have to remap the drive to the current location that you're at. The next thing you have to do is define where you're mapping to. So if you click Browse, the next thing you're going to do is pick our network. So you're going to double click on network and then pick the NTLS network that you're going to be mapping to. Okay, and once the network shows up, you're going to go down to the server that it's on. In this case, we're looking at Trail 2, I believe. And I lied, we're on Trail 4. So if I go to down to Trail 4 and then I can scroll down to what I'm looking for, right now they're going to map their P drives to the photo submissions folder. So they're going to click on photo submissions, say OK, and say finish, and then it's going to open up to the folder that Ms. Childs made for 2013-2014 photo submissions. So that's all it is. You just click on that. You want to map a folder, you name which one you want to map it to, you navigate to that folder, and then you say OK. And then from then on, I would have access to this P drive. If you want to disconnect it later, you can just right click on it and hit disconnect, and it will say, hey, are you sure you want to disconnect? And I obviously do. So I'm going to disconnect from that folder, and then it goes away, and I no longer have a P drive. That's all it takes to map a network folder. Again, it only works on the computer that you're currently on, so you have to remap whenever you go to a new PC. But if you use the same PC every time, you're good to go every time you log onto that PC.